Hi there. How are you? Everybody's fine? Yes. I'm sorry I had to reschedule our class, but Fisk is coming up with some tools that may be useful for us here and certainly in the future. And I had to attend this virtual meeting with the people from all over Brazil. It was very important. But I decided instead of trying to reschedule the class, to try a substitute here. I know it's not the same, but during this quarantine period, we are trying so many things. Why not give this also a whirl, okay? So we're going to have kind of a video class today. And if it works, cool. But we are going to still have our 2 Zoom classes a week. I'll try to reschedule this week's today's class we didn't have, but okay, so you don't miss anything, you don't lose touch with English for the day. Okay, I hope you have seen that I have finally uploaded. I prepared it last week, but I forgot to send it, so I put for you today the exercises you should do following on the lesson Egypt. And today I'm going to talk a little bit more about that. uh, this is the exercise about which you should make a video. Okay, I think this is a very interesting thing to make a video about. You're going to choose a historic place here in Brazil. Brazil has many historical sites that are very poorly maintained. They're not well preserved at all. So what solutions can we find? What are the options to try to maintain these important places in a little bit better shape? Remember that every time you make a proposition, you will need money, you need funding. So you also have to propose where will this money come from. And remember, there's always consequences to things. So for example, uh, I am going to open the site for visitation. Okay, with more visitors, maybe there will be more damage. Maybe you need more people to look after the visitors. So try to think this well, think it over well. Make a short video. I want to see you guys speaking, okay? You don't have to share it on the group. If you're not comfortable, you can send privately for me and I will watch it and give you feedback on it, okay? The next one is this. This is a very interesting exercise. It's about vocabulary, and the vocabulary here is about politics. And this is interesting because you're going to see that the same, not the same word, sometimes the same word, but mostly words from the same family that can be used in different ways. So here, for example, you have people and nouns. It doesn't mean that these words here, guys, they're not nouns, okay? It is a way to make it less confusing to people, but here's people and here abstract nouns. So these are nouns, they are concrete nouns. They describe things you can touch, even maybe you shouldn't, because you shouldn't, for example, touch the queen, but whatever. And here abstract nouns, okay? And here you have some verbs that are also related to politics. Before we correct it, I'll give you some time to do the exercises. If you haven't done it, you can do it now, okay? I'm going to give you some time and you can do it now. So go, do your thing, stop me, and when you finish, play me again, okay? See you. Finished? Back? Let's go. So guys, I'm going to correct this in a little bit of a different way. I'm going to play the audio. This is a good way to make the correction because at the same time that you get the information you need, you are exercising your listening skills. If you don't follow up, do not despair. You can pause, you can repeat. Teacher, the quality of the audio through Zoom is not so good. You can download it on Cyberfisk, okay? So you don't need to lose your mind. Calm, correct your stuff, pause if you have to, and let's go on, okay? I'm going to play it, and when we are having our normal new normal classes, when you have doubts on a word, I generally tell you what it means. Today, because this is more, no, you are going to look up these words in dictionaries. I always recommend English dictionaries, okay? So you are going to look up the new words. And if you have doubts, of course, next time we see each other in a more interactive way, I will clear these doubts, okay? Are you ready? Let's listen. Let's go.
Egypt, page 51. Unveiling the past. Vocabulary expansion, A.
People. Democrat.
Democrat.
Dictator. Emperor. Empress. King. Minister. Pharaoh. President. Prince. Princess. Queen. Senator. Tyrant.
Okay, so those are the people. Now we are going for the nouns. These are abstract nouns. Let's go.
Nouns. Democracy. Empire. Kingdom. Ministry. Principality. Reign. Republic. Senate. Tyranny.
Verbs. Democratize. Govern. Reign. Rule. Tyrannize.
Okay, if you need, you can go back, you can stop. There is a word there that you have listened to, and it is a word that is interesting because it has two means. It can be a noun, it can be an abstract noun, and it can also be a verb. No, yes, a verb. It is the word rain. Same too as the name of that water. The pronunciation is similar to the word of the water that falls from the sky, rain, okay, the rain. I want you to tell me what is the difference between the verb rain and the noun rain, okay? Look it up and tell me. There is a TV series called Rain. I think it's about the reign of, I don't know which queen from England, okay? And now going to page 52, here, 52, okay? We are going to see collective nouns. Collective nouns is a way for us to talk in a singular form about a bunch of things. A bunch is a big quantity, is a set of things, okay? Set in English means conjunto. So a set of things, a bunch of things is a collective noun. Remember that collectives, they are referred to they are treated as singular nouns, okay? So fleet is you saw it on the text, okay? Fleet is the collective of ships, is the collective of many means of transportation, as a matter of fact. It can be used for airplanes, for buses, for cars, for trucks. And, but when you say use the collective word, you use the verb in the singular form because the collective noun is in the singular form. So the British fleet was not big, but it defeated the formidable Spanish fleet. Okay, so here you are using the word fleet. Fleet is a set of, it's a bunch of boats, a bunch of ships, and it is a collective noun. So we are going to use it in the singular form. See, was. So the British fleet was not big, but it defeated the formidable Spanish fleets, the Armada. Okay, it was a very famous historic incident. We're going to see here, guys, some nouns. In the first column, we have people and objects. In the second column, you have animals. I hope you don't get offended for finding out that the school is the collective noun for an animal, but it is, okay? So take a look, don't get offended, it's nothing offensive. I'll give you some time to do it, and then afterwards we're going to correct it together, okay? So you can pause me again, stop me, and do it. Okay, did you do it? Finish? Very good. Don't cheat, okay? If you didn't finish yet, you can continue your thing, and then when you are done, you play B. Okay, so let's go, guys. The first fleet is already there, is the collective of airplanes, trucks, ships. It's, as a matter of fact, it's used for many what's the name of the thing? A means of transportation, okay? A stack is this. This is a stack of books, okay? This is a stack of books. I don't want you to see it. Here my desk, I also have a stack of paper. So it's a lot of books, a lot of paper is a stack. So a stack is the collective form of books and paper, okay? What about a flight? A flight has nothing to do with birds, has nothing to do with airplanes, okay? The collective form of airplanes is fleet. A flight is the collective form of stairs. Stairs. So stairs are degraus or escadas. And a flight of stairs é lance de escadas. This is something we don't use in Portuguese to this collective form. It is stair, the flight, because it's lance, and lance we use in different ways. But the flight of stairs is a set, is a lot of stairs, you know, going through a set or something. And a bouquet, this one you know, because it is a word from French that got appropriated from many languages. It is the collective for flowers, okay? And the last one, the crew, the crew. Remember that this EW thing has the sound of U. So it's like new crew, the crew, okay? The crew, originally, it was the collective of sailors, all right? That is marinheiros. But now crew is used more widely as people who work on the same project. When you watch movies, you may see this a lot because you are going to see cast and crew. Cast and crew. So cast is the group of actors and crew is everybody else. The producers, the directors, the guys who take care of the lights, the guys who takes care of the cameras. Everybody else is the crew, okay? The team of professionals that are working together on a given project, all right? Now let's go for the animals. The animals, I have a herd. A herd is a collective for big animals. So you can use this for sheep. Meh, no, meh is a goat, or beh, ba in English, okay? For cattle is kind of already a collective. It is for cows. And what's the name of the other thing? The other thing that's ox. Okay. Cattle, we use it a lot when we talk about these domesticated animals like cows, like oxes. But as a matter of fact, cattle can be for buffaloes and bisons, you know, those big, humongous animals that used to inhabit the United States, the bisons. They were also called cattle, and a herd of bisons is a group, a big group of bisons. And also for the biggest animal that there is, not the biggest animal there is, sorry, the biggest animal that terrestrial animal, okay, because the biggest animal there is the blue whale, and it lives in the sea. Oh, and if you are curious, because now I talked about whales, I remember that the collective of whales is a pod. So a pod is a collective for whales and dolphins. Just because, I don't know, I cannot remember that. Sorry, I digress. The next one, a pack. If you, I think nobody here was, but if any of you remember those Twilight books and stuff, a pack is a collective for wolves. And also is a collective for dogs, okay? Because dogs and wolves are... I will skip the next and go straight to swarm. A swarm is the collective for bees. Bees and many other insects, okay? Many other insects, we can use the word swarm, okay? Not for ants. Ants, they have a different name, I can't quite remember now, but many of these flying animals, bees and the wasps, they can also use the swarm. And now, what about school, guys? What do you think? School is the collective of what? I remember, and this is a very bad thing, okay? I had a math teacher. He didn't speak English, but I don't know how he found out that the school was a collective noun for animals. I don't know if anybody told him. And then once in a class, he made this, not funny, that's why in English, school is a collective for an animal, because you students are animals. I don't think like that, but it is true. So school, if you have watched Finding Nemo or Finding Dory, which I recommend because they are really nice, school is the collective for fish. So you have a lot of fish together, you have a school of fish. When you have a lot of students together, you also have a school, but students are not animals, fish are, and school is the collective noun for fish. Okay, cool. All right, guys. Now going on, I'm going to, because you can pause this, okay? So I'm not going to wait because, my God. It's because we are getting used to this new kind of technology. If it was in class, I would have to wait because then you have to dust the board and stuff. But now I can stop share because you can get back in okay? Let's go on. Guys, here, I have this text. As a matter of fact, there are two short texts, okay? And they are about something we are not very familiar with. And I think, and I always do this way, even when I am in my regular class. What I do is I ask my students to make like a reading test with this part here, okay? What I want you to do, you are going, remember when we were talking about the reading techniques in the class, that I told you that chronometer, the time you spend doing this, is very good for you to, reading something is a good way for you to develop your reading skills. So that's what you're going to do here. You're going to read, so set the chronometer from your cell phone and start reading the paragraph, okay? As fast as you can, but you're not trying to win any races, okay? So read as fast as you can. Don't stop to look up for new words. You're going to find many new words here, but don't stop for that. So go through it. Stop. stop the chronometer here. Oh my God, I dropped my cell phone. Stop the chronometer on the cell phone and then make a short paragraph with what you understood about the text. Then go for the seconds because there are two here and they talk about different things, okay? So then go for the second. Here you are also going to find new vocabulary. Please don't stop looking up for it now. So just go, finish. Then you are going to go back and do what you have to do and okay, and stop the chronometer, writing down what you understood. And this is a good exercise for you to speeding up your reading practice, okay? After that, I really want you to do this, okay? This is an exercise for keywords. You are going to once again read the text, this time more carefully, making a list of the words you don't know. You're going to read and write the word you don't know, read and write the word you don't know. After that, you go on a dictionary, definitions, and then the same here, and then you are going to make a list of keywords. Because this is a very short paragraph, let's consider that 4 keywords are enough, okay? So 4 keywords for this and 4 keywords for this, okay? Cool. All right, guys, and then next class we will stop. We will start from here. I hope this was a different but also nice way of interaction. I usually talk a lot, but I couldn't hear you. But next class, I'm looking forward to do that, okay? So bye-bye. Do the things, do the exercises, and I see you guys on Wednesday. Bye-bye. Kisses, 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 okay?